Okay. Perfect. All right. Okay, well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. For those of you that this is your first time joining one of these open houses, we decided last year that we were going to revisit the virtual platform to do these open houses. I Will Survive historically has always offered open houses when we had a brick and mortar, but of course with the pandemic, as you heard, for those of you that joined on, well, Tia and I were just chatting about the pandemic and how we really had to be creative and crafty and just shift gears into how we serve our population in our community. And so since the pandemic, we took a pause on our open houses, but decided that it is time to, re-engage and have these again and offer them virtually, but keep them engaging and wanting to reach, a number of different audiences as we do so. So without further ado, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. My name is Capri Bell. I am the executive director here at I Will Survive, Inc. I joined this amazing team and amazing organization in June of 2021. It has been amazing. A little bit about who we are as an organization. We are a breast cancer awareness nonprofit here in Atlanta. We provide economic support, prevention education, and health and wellness services to those at higher risk and affected by breast cancer. So a lot of the programs and resources that we provide under our economic hub will be to provide a little bit of, take the pressure off a little bit when our clients and who we like to call our family, they're going through something. We want them to not have to worry about, can I get to my appointment? Can I get this prescription medication because I have my lights I need to pay? I have my mortgage, my rent, I need transportation. We try to take that burden off as best as we can and support our clients from that perspective with our economic support program. Health and wellness is just as it sounds. We provide opportunities to ensure that our clients and their families are in line with what's new in health and wellness. We have a fitness program we offer every July, as well as other opportunities to connect and share additional resources around health and fitness. And then our educational component is just a number of different, as you mentioned, Tia and I talking about opportunities to collaborate and share what we're doing in the community, the latest updates on cancer, breast cancer, treatments, recommendations. I'm not a medical provider, I will say that, but just wanting to make sure that we're connecting you all to those resources and those medical providers and what we've heard, at least with the latest statistics and such. So that's just a little bit more about who we are as a whole. We have been around for 11 years. We just celebrated our 11th year anniversary in December. And since the pandemic, we have become, I would say, 95% virtual. Last year, we did have a few in-person events, but with this Omicron variant, we want to keep everyone safe. And so at this time, we have just kind of transitioned back to 100% virtual. But we are excited to share with you that we will be having monthly open houses, which is the first Sunday of every month, unless for some reason that needs to be changed. So this is our first one for the year. We did not have one in January. We are also hosting a Galentine's event, which will be virtual and be led by our program director, Sierra, who you'll hear from in a moment. That will take place on February 9th at 7 p.m. from 7 to 8. So if you are listening, please join us. Dress in your pink, bring your nice tea hat if you'd like, your favorite tea, and we'd love to just celebrate and talk about all things, all things us, wealth, wellness and health, and just kind of coming together and celebrating not just women, but, celebrating the month of, I would say, self-care. I think there's a lot of pressure often on Valentine's Day, and then there's been a spin-off on Galentine's Day, but I think essentially when I think of love, in the month of love, I think it comes to also self-love and self-care. And what better way than a Galentine's virtual event to talk through self-care, self-wellness, health, and all that entails. So we're excited. We welcome you. We look forward to having you. And at this time, I'll turn it over to Sierra to talk a little bit more about another program we're kicking off in February.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday. My name is Sierra Scarborough. I am the program director for I Will Survive. I know I've said this many a times on different events that we've had, where I started off as I Will Survive's fall intern back in 2019, and then transitioned over to various internships throughout the program up until last year, where I officially started as program manager as a staffed employee on I Will Survive. And then when Capri came on during the summer of 2021, she promoted me to program director. And so pretty much my job is to help create events for I Will Survive programs that will be beneficial to our clients, as well as any other services that is deemed necessary to help, improve livelihood, wellness, health, things like that. So one of the programs that I started last year is the Ambassador Program. With the Ambassador Program, it includes not only just our clients, but also high school and college students to help bring awareness to the community about who we are, what we offer, and just different activities that we can help them with, as well as gaining more exposure with not only in Georgia, but also across the country and around the world. So as the brand ambassador, your job is to be the face of I Will Survive, pretty much. Our busiest month, as quite is October, where it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And a lot of those events that we do are invited to or host require clients or people who are knowledgeable about I Will Survive to come out and speak about who we are and the services that we offer them. And so being a brand ambassador not only allows you to be public engaged with us, as well as the community that we are with out there, either online or virtual. I will be hosting a orientation program on the 17th at 7 p.m., where you can learn a little bit more in depth about what is expected from you as a brand ambassador if you do decide to join, as well as any compensation based upon the events that we are hosting as well. So more information to come. If you are interested in joining the orientation, I can provide you with that Zoom link. So just message me in the chat or email me at sierra.scarborough@iwillsurviveinc.org to get more information along with that link as well. And now I will toss it to our wonderful guest speaker, Tia Tomlin Harris, who is from My Style Matters, to talk about who she is and the organization that she represents.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sierra, and thank you, Capri. Thank you all for having me. Thank you for I Will Survive, the entire team. You all have been a pleasure to work with. As a matter of fact, when I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2015, I Will Survive was one of the organizations that supported me. So it's funny how life turns, right? How the tables turn and we start to work together. My name is Tia Tomlin Harris, and I'm the co-founder of My Style Matters. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization based out of Atlanta that provides support to individuals that are impacted by this disease, impacted by cancer. We support more than just breast cancer. Majority of those who we support are breast cancer, but we do have other individuals that have reached out because they lack the support and the services for the types of cancer that they were diagnosed with. And our overall goal is really to just improve the lives of individuals that are living with and thriving from cancer. And we do this through our educational programs and our direct supportive services. We offer 5 weeks of fresh produce that are delivered to your home at no cost to anyone who's undergoing treatment. We also have care packages. Everything in our care packages are non-toxic. Our goal is really to educate, similar to I Will Survive in terms of a healthy lifestyle, but to educate individuals about the products that we're using on our hair, our skin, and our homes, household products that are full of toxins. And so we start off with our care package. We also have the educational programs. This year, we're launching our Food for Life program, which is all about plant-based lifestyle. That's going to be starting shortly, coming up at the end of this month. We offer those to the community as well as a wellness retreat. So not only do we want to just kind of, give you the information, we want to give you the resources and the tools, and then give you the experience through our wellness retreat that you can actually make healthier choices. We want to be able to help people have better outcomes. We also do one-on-one coaching, and that's really important because we want to help people to be navigated through this journey, especially for Black women. The disparities are real, unfortunately, and Black women are, more likely to die from this disease. And so we work with other organizations to provide additional coaching. Any Black women that is, any Black women that are undergoing treatment do get free cancer coaching. So if anyone's interested in it, you can contact me at info@mystyleMatters and we will .org. I'm sorry, info@mystylematters.org. And we will get that information over to you. But this is an effort to end disparities. One of the other things that we have is we started a support group. We have almost 600 women in our group. It's called My Breast Years Ahead. And the goal is to bring women together in the greater Atlanta area that's been diagnosed with cancer, for them to just love upon each other, support one another, and again, just show hope. Sometimes we just need hope. I do a lot of advocacy work. I travel all over the US. Haven't gone out of the country quite yet. I'm almost there. But do a lot of work globally or nationally rather to help end disparities, to help address this issue when it comes to cancer, particularly for Black women. I've sat on numerous boards because again, just being the voice of our community and also wanting to see change and holding companies accountable for this. And so we partner with multiple organizations to be able to do this work. We know that we cannot do it alone. We're a small organization making a big impact. We're boots on the ground. We're in the homes of our clients, and we really want to make a difference. And so in order to do that, we partner with organizations like I Will Survive so that we can make this work happen for the community. And together, we can end disparities.
Thanks so much, Tia. And I think you're spot on. It's all about the collaborations. Why not work together? Because, we're all in this together. And I think when it comes to cancer, especially breast cancer, we know it affects women of color at a higher rate. We know everyone knows at least one person that has been affected, impacted, directly, indirectly. And so we need to continue to move this forward and have organizations such as yours and I Will Survive to get that message across. So I'm so excited for your organization. I'm so excited for ours. I'm so excited for the continual support and collaboration. And I'm thrilled that you and I are going to meet some more this month to kick off that whole referral program as well. And so for those of you that are listening, Tia with My Style Matters, I Will Survive Inc., and probably a few other organizations will be coming together to create a referral program in a sense where we have a landing page or on all of our websites or all of the above where people can click and choose what resource or service they need. And based on the selection, you will then be directed to that site of that organization. A one-stop shop in a sense. So that way, again, we know we all need help and help looks different for everyone. So we want to make it easier for you all as well. So there will be much more to come on this. We're excited about it. We will be talking about this probably, if not the next open house, the open house after that, where we can really flesh out that program and share in greater detail what it will entail and how you can access it and share it to your community, those that that need some support. So be on the lookout.
Absolutely.
We also are so excited to work with Tia as well and CBWW, Center for Black Women's Wellness, to do a 3-part series last year on breast health, and we are still offering free mammograms. So if there's anybody that that needs some support, same thing, Tia, if you have individuals in your organization that are seeking, they have family members that need a mammogram that are underinsured or uninsured, send them our way because we are still wanting to give away those mammograms to those that fit that criteria and care packages. So
absolutely. Absolutely. And, speaking of breast health, I failed to mention, and I don't know how, but we have our Breast Health Matters program. And that program, our goal is to reach 1,000 women and young girls. We've educated thus far close to 250 young girls and women. We started it at the top of COVID. Unfortunately, we were supposed to start before COVID, and then COVID tried to put a damper on it. But we're back up and kicking and moving in full force with this program. And through that program for the teens, we have an ambassador program as well, where the teens, the goal is really to stop the silence. Our program focuses on breast health, breast cancer, risk factors, and risk reduction. And we also highlight Black breast cancer. Many people say, what is Black breast cancer? Black breast cancer is simply how breast cancer impacts Black women. it hits us hard, it hits us differently. And so we want to be able to stop the silence in our communities, because this is the one thing that we don't talk about. We talk about everything under the sun, except for the one thing that is really affecting us and our health as Black women, and that's our breast and breast cancer. And so we are educating young girls so they can start early, when it comes to skincare products and, the environmental factors that are affecting us. We really want them to be able to make healthier choices. We fight so that they don't have to. That's one of my mottos is I fight so that they don't have to. They don't have to hear the words cancer in their lifetime. So by us educating these young girls and, turning them into ambassadors and getting them out in the streets and amongst their communities and their sister circles, we really want to make a difference. And we also host Hey Girl, Hey parties. So if you're interested in having a private party, to learn more about breast health, grab you and 8 of your girlfriends, because 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. So grab 8 of your girlfriends and host a private party with us. We want to get this word out. We want to educate you, and we want to have fun doing it. There's nothing fun about breast cancer, but in order for us to learn, we recognize that we do want to have fun and get people engaged. So contact us again, info@mystylematters.org.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And knowing all the great things that are happening at your organization, and I just love what you just said about that program, because the youth are so resourceful, they're so strong, they're a powerhouse, and often in so many ways overlooked, but I love how your organization has really created this program to help advocate, educate, promote and create leaders out of the youth, in their circles and outside. So I think that is just phenomenal. And I am so excited to continue to pick your brain as well as we're trying to flesh out our ambassador program on the client side, but also on the brand side, because I think that you're definitely already doing it and doing some great work. Knowing that you personally have also had your story and your journey with cancer, if you could share for those that are watching, those that are a little bit uneasy, a little hesitant about, I feel something different, I don't know, maybe it's nothing, I don't know if I should go see a doctor, I'm nervous, what would be, just some advice or helpful tips for individuals that are concerned about breast changes and maybe they're not comfortable yet or they haven't taken that leap? What would you share with them on kind of how they should feel comfortable about getting the answers that they need in early?
Yeah. Well, we hear early detection is key. I mean, we talk about that. We talk about mammograms, and it really is important. I was 38 years old. So women, the guidelines is basically you get a mammogram at the age of 40. You start getting mammograms at 40, unless you're high risk. I was not high risk. Cancer didn't run in my family, or breast cancer didn't run in my family. And so I had no need to go get screenings on an annual basis. But I felt the lump, and it was only because I had been doing self-breast exams. But what I like to say to answer your question is, if you're hesitant or you're uncertain, early detection is key. 40% of the women that have breast cancer actually detected a lump, and that's a stat coming from Johns Hopkins University. We want to make sure that you have better outcomes. The earlier you detect it, the more treatment options you have, and the better your outcomes will be. And so, I know it's a fearful thing. Nobody wants to hear it's breast cancer. That is the hardest thing to hear, that it's cancer. But again, if it does reside in your body, you don't want to wait until it becomes a later stage. I hear so many women share the stories that they waited. And then by the time that they went to see someone, it was a later stage, or they ended up being stage 4, and stage 4 is metastatic breast cancer, which is incurable. So I really want to encourage women, if you do feel something or you're uncertain, or, it may mean nothing. And not every lump that you feel in your breast is indeed breast cancer. But what's important is that you go get checked. Don't wait. And don't let insurance be the thing that says, that make you say, I'm not going to go. Because as Capri just mentioned, they have free programs out here for you to go get checked and get screened. So don't let that be an option. Don't let insurance be the barrier to stop you from living your breast life, as I would say.
I love that. Thank you so much, Tia. I really, really appreciate you being here with us tonight. I know this is a Sunday. I know everybody's getting ready to end their weekend and begin their week, but I appreciate you so much Again, please reach out to Tia if you have further questions about her services, her organization, the great work that they're doing. If you have any other questions for us, please reach out to me. You can reach me at capri.bell@iwillsurviveinc.org, or please check out our website at www.iwillsurviveinc.org. Any questions? Anything else, Tia, that you want to add that you didn't get a chance to cover?
No, I just, I would say this. I just got off of a call with a young lady and we were talking about just the emotions and things of that nature. And one of the things she mentioned to me was the isolation. And I want to encourage anyone who may be going through breast cancer. The worst thing that you can do is isolate yourself, because you don't get a chance to see stories of hope. When you isolate yourself, you don't get a chance to learn about your options or to even know if you're getting standard of care. So I highly recommend get plugged in with someone who's going through this, get plugged in with an organization who can connect you with someone who's going through this disease, because there are resources out here. There are people who can hold your hand and make sure that you're getting standard of care. There was a study that was done by ASCO, which is American Society of Clinical Oncology, and they said that over 50% of women are not getting standard of care. And how do we know if we're getting standard of care? Many of us don't even know what standard of care is. And that is pretty much the standards that the baseline that you're supposed to be getting based on your condition and your disease. And many of us are not getting that. And so when you get plugged in with others, you get a chance to hear their stories, hear their options, hear their experiences with their own doctors, so that you would know, you can measure yourself up to, hey, did my doctor talk to me about these options? Or, hey, maybe I should ask the doctors these questions because I didn't know to even ask these questions. It was never even a thought. So get plugged into someone. It is so critical because they can help you. And that could be the very thing that could potentially save your life.
Absolutely. That's so true.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And yes, and we do know when you get that diagnosis, it is life-changing, and it brings a lot of instant thoughts, and thoughts, rather good or bad, can really destroy someone's, positive mind state and everything else that's going on. So you don't have to do this alone. There's so many resources. We're here to help you, even if you're not sure of what you need, just reach out and we can help guide you. Because you don't have to do it alone. And it's already a hard time for everyone, whether it's cancer related or not. Life is not easy. And it's even much more challenging as we navigate these tough waters that COVID has presented us with. So, we want you all to know that you have us and we're here to help you in whatever way that you need it. So thank you so much for mentioning that. That's so true, Tia.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, thank you again. I appreciate having you. I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your evening and a wonderful week ahead, and we'll talk soon.